Okay guys, so in this video, unfortunately, I ended up losing the audio to my GoPro after I did the update, so I'm unfortunately going to have to go ahead and do a voiceover for this vlog, but I figured since I haven't really uploaded anything for a while, and since the weather has been kind of screwy here, it's been raining, I do kind of another vlog here. So again, apologies for not doing like a legit vlog this time around. I'll try and get around to it as soon as I can, but in the meantime, what I wanted to talk about today primarily was basically wearing some armor while riding your bike. Now you might be wondering, well, what kind of armor are you talking about? Because there's all kinds, and why would you even wear something like that? So there are obviously those plastic suits that you guys may have seen other motovloggers wear, or you may have seen, potentially them being sold in bike stores around the country and whatnot. Now those are great, however the problem is that just like any other suit, since it is plastic on the outside, they're only rated for certain impacts, and if you do go down in one of those, there's a potential that it ends up burning into your skin. And then there's the fact that it's still a plastic suit, so it ends up kind of weighing you down, and it's not particularly flexible. As a result, you potentially compromise your ability to ride properly when you do wear a suit such as that. So in turn, your ability to adapt to certain situations on the road, should you need to, is essentially lessened when you wear a suit like that. Now, there are obviously things like Kevlar armor out there, and there are Kevlar padded jackets, but it's fairly obvious that you're not going to be going around wearing a Kevlar bulletproof suit when you're riding on the bike. That's just ridiculous. So there's this little company called the X shirt, and they do what's called Amendment 2 armor, and this is basically a ballistic type of armor, but they use carbon nanotubes in the shirt itself. So essentially the outside of the shirt is just fairly standard, workout fabric that squeezes down on your body, so it's a body hugging t-shirt, but then the inserts front and back are carbon nanotube composites. Now you can look up what Amendment 2 is yourself, but the general idea behind it is that it acts almost kind of like if you had a mattress in the front of you in the back and somebody was throwing basketballs at it, they would bounce off of it. So the idea is that any projectile such as a bullet or a knife or what have you, the bars of your motorcycle would hit into this carbon nanotube composite structure and then essentially be bounced off. Now the advantage here is that it's not so much for being shot while riding on your bike, although it is a possibility, of course, if you live in a dangerous neighborhood. It is more for basically protection, just in case you do go down from a branch penetrating through your suit, from, again, your bars going into your guts as you're riding. The idea is that it would save you in the case of a situation like that happening, but also at the same time spread the impact over the entirety of your body while you're riding your bike. And of course, as a result, it is quite expensive since it is actually really small. It's very light. It's, again, something that could fit under a regular shirt, so as a result, it's not going to be bulky on you. It's not going to add that much to the gear that you already have on your bike, and it's a level of protection that's really unmatched even by the average jacket that you can wear. Now, obviously, you still want to wear a jacket on top of this because it's not going to be providing protection for the entirety of your body. It only provides protection currently for the chest and the back. However, if you don't already have a back protector, this is an ideal kind of solution for going that route, especially if you're, somebody that rides the bike on a track, if you're somebody that rides it in the twisties in the evenings and what have you, where you have the chance of coming off and getting yourself into a bunch of branches, or just in general, if you feel that you're not getting adequate protection from your jacket, this is the way to go. Now, their website can explain a lot more to you than I can about the way that this actually works, but I looked at it and I thought, hey, this is a great addition for an extra layer of protection for those of you guys who are doing some extreme riding. I'm actually planning on picking one up myself once I do have a little bit more free cash floating around, just because you never really know. And again, it's one of those things where you gotta dress for the fall, not the ride, and this is an ideal solution for those of you going that route. Now, hopefully I'll be able to get to review this item sometime soon. I can't really promise anything currently given my financial situation, and the bike still needs some repairs, as in there are some still loose screws that need to be fixed up on this machine. And ultimately, I think I'm going to end up taking the bike in and getting it fixed up somewhere around summertime. I don't think I'll be riding it nearly as much right now, unfortunately, due to the rain that we've been having. So this so far has been like the only clear day that we actually had here in the Bay Area, and you know, it might keep up with rain. I'm not entirely sure. Can never trust the weather forecasts around here. But looking at this piece of gear, as I was telling you guys, I found out about it actually a couple months ago, and I didn't really get a chance to bring it up, so I figured I'd do now. And so the next video topic that I'll probably bring up will actually be how much gear can you really have on the bike and what is too much gear. And hopefully another one that will be covered in that video, another topic would be basically those new helmets that are smart helmets or heads-up display helmets that everyone's coming out with today, the likes of Scully and LiveMap and the BMW helmet, surprisingly, that are going to be coming out, I believe, in the next couple of months. Actually, it's all kind of culminating in a bunch of these technologies being released nowadays, because I figured there is a lot of demand right now for having live GPS and basically live feedback to the rider as we go through our day, and BMW seems to be kind of aiming to bridge that gap because their helmets will actually be connected to the bike, so the bike will give you extra feedback. But the point that I really wanted to get across there would be, are those helmets actually safe? And so that's the topic I'm going to cover in the next video, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos so far. I know I haven't been posting too much, and this is kind of only an interim solution. Again, I apologize for my GoPro audio dying out on this one. It really sucks, but it is what it is. I'll try and make my next vlog much more legitimate, and I'll see you all in my next video.